Doug, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I am so pissed. I recorded a 16-minute video without turning my mic on. It's whatever, I'm gonna do it again. Frustrating, but it's whatever. But today, I'm just gonna talk about the creator economy. Something I mentioned in the last video that I feel like we should all buy into, because I do think YouTubers will be the next billionaires. Instead of these hedge fund guys, trust fund babies, whatever it may be. But for some of y'all who may not know, the creator economy. The creator economy is the modern economic landscape where creators leverage digital platforms and technology to produce and distribute content that promotes products and services directly to their audience. So what I'm doing right now with you guys, YouTube, TikTok, podcasting, music, doing a digital class where people have to pay to get into, for something you're an expert on, things like that. And I think there was a report like a year ago saying Goldman Sachs estimates the creator economy to be valued around half a trillion dollars come 2027, and that just goes to show where it's headed for years to come. And it's just the beginning. And I think this kind of started in 2020 with COVID. I think COVID was March 2020. It's May 24 now. So it's been 2 years and 2 months ago. And we were stuck inside with nothing to do besides watch videos. And now that years have gone by and people started to get monetized for it, you see things people like Mr. Beast, Logan Paul, KSI, Emma Chamberlain, Mark Rober, Eric, even though he has his own controversy right now going on. But you see guys who posted on YouTube for, let's say, a decade plus, some as recently as 2016, 2017, who now have products on shelves because they have a long catalog of evergreen entertaining content that people in the older generation above them and people in the younger generation can either relate to or find interesting. And now there are products on shelves that they launched on their channels, like Prime, Feastables, and Chamberlain Coffee. I know Mark Rober has his whole NASA science kit for kids going on right now. And it's those handful of people. Imagine 5 or 10 years from now, you know what I'm saying? With me, it's kind of why I want to get into this a little bit more. I want to post more videos, entertaining videos, like I said before, if people can watch from start to finish, which makes me more money, which ultimately I can start doing what I want to do. And don't get me wrong, I love to be creative, I love to be imaginative, I love to explore the impossible. I love to explore, I'm not one to follow rules too much. There is no one way to do YouTube. That's what pisses me off. There's not one way to do YouTube. There's not one thumbnail you have to do. There's not one editing style that has to be that editing style. It's okay to be different. That's why people I can't tell you how many times I've seen the same YouTube idea recycled and recycled every year after year. And people complain why they're so stagnant on YouTube. You don't take risks, you don't try. You don't try and the whole idea is give the viewer something they had not seen before. I don't think that's hard. I think people say, oh man, it's hard to come up with a video idea. If you read, if you explore your surroundings a little bit more, ideas come naturally. And that's the easiest, fastest way to grow, to be original in those ideas and make it and explore it or express it or illustrate it, points for vocabulary, in a very unique and entertaining way. And that's what I'm trying to do with this video. I don't have any fancy edits, but what I can do is seem more excited about what I'm talking about. I can be a little bit more persuading, hey, the creator economy is the way to go. The creator economy can make you a lot more money. You can get paid off your hobbies and turn that into a full-time job. And I feel like I'm sounding like a Forex guy, which that is not my intention. I'm just saying that there's proven data, there's proven articles, there's reputable articles from Goldman Sachs that said, and Forbes, that says the creator economy is the next big thing. And if people tend to forget that Apple and Amazon started in the 90s when we were just born. I say we, my audience is primarily my age. It could be older or younger, I don't know. But people forget that those companies were started in the 90s when they were around I think Elon Musk was like a little bit younger, and so was Steve Jobs, but they started that in the 90s. We're only like 20, 30 years removed from that. Imagine 20, 30 years, like that landscape is completely different from where we are right now. They were just making the computer and just now starting like e-commerce stuff online. Now we're like to a point where people are building businesses online. People are building, selling their products online, just based off their personalities alone, you know? And no fancy like Disney produced production or anything like that, but based off personalities alone, streamers getting paid money just for streaming for hours long, you know? And 20, 30 years from now, we're gonna be the guys on top. We're gonna be the guys who are running these companies. Again, like I mentioned before, these future billionaires won't be like guys, of course they'll still be included, but the majority of billionaires, I think, are the ones who have decades of content from entertaining videos that they've made since college or whatever age they started at, but have a backlog of content that just compiles over time. Same with their fan base. Like you can have 100,000 subscribers. You can't really rely on all of 100,000 committing and engaging in every video. But if you have like 1,000, like 1% of 100,000 is 1,000. So if you have 1,000 loyal fans who are willing to see everything you watch, buy anything you persuade them to, like you will be, that's basically a living salary. If you have a product for $50 and those 1,000, I'm making myself do math here, that's about $50,000 right there before taxes, obviously. But that's still a livable wage. Like, you don't have to have the biggest followers, but obviously that will help to be a billionaire, right? But it's sustainable. That's why there's people who are in their 50s and 60s making content, right? Like I was in Daryl Eve's class. He was like this YouTube guru, but he was like, he's very knowledgeable about YouTube. And this lady was in my cohort, and she's about 50 years old, 55 maybe, shout out. And she has her whole content on things she gets from like Home Goods or Marshalls, and she's getting millions of views and making a livable wage at 50, 55. Like, and no offense to her, but like, this isn't really her era, you know what I'm saying? Like, we grew up on social media. We are the ones who contribute content to social media. Most of the social media content that is consumed are people between like the ages of like 18 and like 35. And the average age for content creators, I think, is about 30, 34 maybe. I think 35, you know? So imagine like growing up witnessing this, getting the good knowledge of the space. And then when you're constantly making videos, and then a couple years later, you are running your own media company. You're running your own, you're launching your own product line. Like, the possibilities are endless. You know what I'm saying? And it's super exciting to learn about and think about, because there are people who laugh at the fact that, like, oh, you want to be a YouTuber? Oh, you're a TikToker? And like, honestly, I had that same reaction. I still kind of do when it comes to like pranks and stuff like that. Like, honestly, that kind of bugs me a little bit, because it is content, but it's not sustainable content. How long will you be making jokes for until you're like you're 40, 50, pulling pranks on like a Walmart, you know what I'm saying? But like, imagine doing something different every day, challenging those norms, breaking those molds, not following what the traditional YouTuber is supposed to be with, like I mentioned, like thumbnails. This thumbnail has to be this way, editing has to be this way. Like, forget it. Like, it's pointless. Like, you could tell me all the stuff like, I was in this YouTube class and you're telling me stuff like, I will prioritize storytelling, I will prioritize new ideas. But all this stuff like, oh, you have to do this, oh, you have to do, I don't care. I keep it. I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do me. I won't be ignorant to the point where like, obviously you can tell what's valuable advice, like, you know, cursing or will drop viewer retention. Like you get less kids watching your videos, that's less money in your pocket. All that to say, making videos the right way, the more entertaining way, on a consistent basis over time, sounds like a math problem, will equal you more money, will equal you, the persistence also will get you to making your own company one day, if that's what you want to do. You could be a YouTuber for the rest of your life and just make videos because you like making videos and you like being creative and you like putting stuff out there. That's great. But imagine, like with me, like I imagine my own company. I imagine bringing on some of my friends, because I don't want them working. And there's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5, but I know they could be happy doing something else. You know what I'm saying? Like they could have an interest in what they're doing right now, but I know that like you'd rather be working with your friends, making twice as much money with less effort. And I know that sounds lazy, but like it's kind of what the reality is going towards. You're making fun, entertaining videos, and it doesn't seem like a job. It doesn't seem like you're really working, unless you're like doing everything by yourself. But by that point, you should like expand your team and kind of like start to scale. But all that to say, YouTubers will be the future billionaires. I wholeheartedly believe so. If Mr. Beast sells Feastables right now, he is a self-made billionaire. If Logan Paul was to drop out of Prime, take out all his stake in Prime, he is a self-made, with all his WWE stuff too. He is a self-made billionaire. Like, it's not impossible. Logan Paul's about to be 30, KSI is 31, Mark Rober's in his 40s. Like, I'm 26. You're maybe my age or younger. You know, nothing is impossible in the creator economy. And if the old lady is talking about knickknacks and her grocery hauls from TJ Maxx and Home Goods, I can make a video talking about the creator economy and get 100 views, maybe, hoping, subscribe maybe. But I can do that, and eventually, it might not get views now. Yeah, I have to be okay with that. But once I do start making better videos in the future, the guys who watch my video then will come back and watch his older videos and be like, okay, 1, this is where he came from. 2, he's somewhat knowledgeable about the space. And 3, like, wow, like this is possible. He came from I won't say nothing because I have my own place here, but it's a process, and he's showing that it is possible, you know. And I'm not gonna talk too much about it. Like, it's very exciting times. And just say it again, like, it's estimated to be at $500 billion in 3 years. So why not start? Why not get that catalog started? And in 3 years from now, you have about 300 videos, and you're making passive income. You're making money to the point where like you can quit your job. You wouldn't have to be as stressed when it comes to paying rent, mortgage, bills, whatever it may be. Anything is possible with YouTube. Anything's possible with content creation. Anything is possible in the creator economy. And it's just, if you want to read more about it, I'll probably put a link in the bio and the description about some creator economy articles I read or books I've read. But yeah, exciting times. But thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. See ya.